Velma has been a disaster so far for HBO, and we've heard that reportedly they are making a season 2 of this nightmare, but it sounds like things are going to get a lot worse if rumors become true, because there is an image floating around the internet of a character we haven't seen so far in the show, and it is being said that her name is Scooby and she is in love with Norville. I have a bunch of different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is the image that is floating around the internet, and the context that this individual gives is why everyone is talking about the situation. So, as you can see, this was posted on Twitter. It says, "Please tell me this is real. HBO Max is about to get crucified." Now, as you can see, it's Norville and this brand new character, but the caption says, "Oh, the following episodes get so much worse. Meet Scooby," with an I, "fellow food reviewer Norville dates to get over Velma. Evil always finds a way." So the rumor is that they took a male dog best friend and turned him into a female lover. Now, of course, if this is real, the gender and species swapped Scooby would be another level of insane. And every time that we've thought this show has gotten as bad as it could be, it gets worse. Now, we do not know if this is real. Again, it's why I'm using the term rumor, it's why I'm saying it a bunch, because there is an individual online who is saying that this isn't real. Now, I will point out that this is a real image. This is a real character. The problem is that we don't know her backstory. So as you can see, this is the official Velma HBO trailer up on YouTube. It's currently sitting at 12,000 likes to 451,000 dislikes, which of course is insane in itself. But as you can see, this character does hang out with the other characters, with Daphne, Norville, Velma, Fred. She is an active part of the, the adventure gang. So a lot of people do believe this rumor. If this ends up being true, there is nothing that will release this year that will be worse. I can confidently say only a month into 2023, we have found the worst piece of content of the year, and honestly, one of the worst shows ever created. Now, after this started blowing up on social media, a critic came out and said that it's fake, stop lying, and stop spreading misinformation. This individual decided to tweet, "No, her name is Gigi. She's not a food reviewer. She's one of Daphne's popular girl clique friends who becomes a real character of her own and goes out with Norville." I'm not even trying to defend this show, but as someone who reviewed it, stop spreading misinformation now. He says this character's name is Gigi, but Neon over at Clownfish TV did a little bit of digging and found on a page that shows kind of the voice actors and the character list for the show, Gigi, the character that this individual is supposedly. Now, there is a chance that this is the same exact character, but a lot of people believe that it isn't because they look so very different. As you can see, this, let's just call her Scooby for now. This character, her hair is up, she's got a lot of makeup, her style is very different, and if you look at the, profile image for Gigi, she does look pretty different. The nose is different. The hair, obviously, very, very different. A lot of people say the eye shape is also very different, and the style altogether is very off from the other image that we saw. So yes, maybe, she is really Daphne's friend and she just happens to get mixed up in the gang and just has to, hang out with them. Maybe she's following them because, as this reviewer said, she ends up falling in love with Norville. We don't really know, but to me, this does not look like the same character. Neon doesn't think so either, and a lot of you do not think that she looks similar either. I asked you guys in a poll on Twitter, over 200 votes. A lot of you, 66% of you, were saying, hell no, it doesn't look like the same character. There's no way. And a lot of people think that this critic is lying. And honestly, I don't really trust critics, so there is a chance, but it would damage their reputation. So it seems like they would genuinely, try to save this show and be truthful. They probably are batting for this series to do really well. But people in the comments of the original tweet are very upset over this. So let's hope, for HBO Max's sake, that this isn't true. People are saying things like, whenever you can't get any worse, they inevitably do. There's absolutely no way. If she transforms into a dog by the end of the season, I'm falling over my chair. Everyone is just coming up with a lot of speculation. I mean, they could do anything with the show. There's nothing that they could do to make it better. They could really only at this point make it worse, and there's only a little bit of room to make it worse, and this would definitely tip it in that direction. But again, it might not be true, but the creators behind this series are so delusional, I wouldn't put it past them to go this far. This show is already so ridiculous, I wouldn't be surprised if Scooby was now a female food critic who falls in love with Norville, aka Shaggy. I think it speaks volumes that we would even entertain the fact that it might be true, because those are the levels of ridiculousness we are at with this show. I honestly kind of believe that this is the same character. Some people are saying it's not. Only time will tell and we will see. But like I mentioned, this show is still receiving massive amount of backlash. I mean, the trailer, again, almost at 500,000 dislikes, and it can't even top 15 or 20,000 likes. The user scores are still absolutely abysmal. They've even gone down since my previous video on the topic. It is now at a 6%, and honestly, I think that it's gonna go even lower to like a 5%. And if this happens to be true, if Scooby is actually a female food critic now, it's gonna tank. It's gonna tank even worse than it has. It's gonna go to like a 2%. It's gonna be one of the worst rated shows of all time. But it's almost got Santa Inc. beated for the worst HBO Max original animated show to ever be created, which is gonna be hilarious since it's just about to pass it. But yeah, this is the newest Velma rumor circulating online. I don't know, maybe it's real, maybe it's not, but I still wanted to highlight how ridiculous this show is and how so many people actually believe it, because the show is just so awful. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts on the situation down in the comment section. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Of course, if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.